Well, they look very excited. Look how excited these guys are.
Oh, and they're dressed all in the garb, in the red garb there. Very lucky. Chinese New Year.
Bentley, who are these wonderful guests we have? They got to break the ice for us.
We have Bradley, Wesley, and Charlie. Quite a fan base here. Hi,
Mira. Incredible. They are all very cute, and I think I'm just gonna be watching them the whole time. Okay, so now that it is 4 o'clock my time and 7 o'clock on the East Coast, we got a bunch of folks joining. I see my good buddy John and Adrian. Hi, I see Bernie. Hello. And I see my mom. And Hung, it looks like we got a lot of your friends. I think we can probably get going. Oh, you know what? Just in the last couple of minutes, I saw a couple people just register. So I want to make sure they have the login. If I get distracted, it's because I'm trying to get people into the event. But without further ado, let us begin. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Community Kitchen Lunar New Year, Vietnamese New Year edition. Hi. I don't know if we should do like a little like a silent applause or something like that. Today, what we're going to be doing to celebrate the Vietnamese New Year, the Tet Festival, is we're going to be making delicious Vietnamese pancakes, Bánh Xèo, and we have our wonderful host, Hung, who's going to take it away and lead us, and I'll be pretty quiet, but my name is Zach Marks, for those of you who don't know me, and I help organize these fun events where every month we learn about a new dish from a new culture, and we support a cause close to the cook's heart. And this month we're supporting Save the Children. Thanks to everyone who donated on behalf of Hung and this delicious meal we're about to enjoy together. With that, I'm going to hand it over to you, Hung.
Okay, thanks, Zach. Thanks everybody for joining. My first Zoom call ever. I think it's the second one. I think I had one more, but yeah. So I hope everyone prepared their batter. So we'll start with the batter or whatever it's called. So I cheated a little bit, like Zach, and I bought the package deal, right? It's really just rice flour, and I realized there's a bit of cornstarch in there as well. So if you bought rice flour, add a couple of tablespoons of cornstarch, okay? And that's the only revision to the batter, thank God, right? So I pre-made the batter. Could you see the batter? It just contains the flour mixture, 3 cups of water, 1 can of coconut milk or cream, and chopped up scallions or spring onions, and turmeric. Very important. That's what makes it yellow. So when you cook it, these things come out like an egg-like color. Does everyone see that mixture I'm stirring? Okay.
Looks good.
Yeah. Any questions on the batter? And we'll set that aside, and then we'll go and make the dipping sauce, which is the key ingredient.
Let's see. Did anyone have any? Okay, we got a question.
I have a question. Can you pin the cook cam and the host so we can see them side by side?
Yes.
Thank you.
So I think we're only able to spotlight one at a time, but I'll try to keep the cook cam spotlighted. And if it ever disappears for you, just look, if you just click participants and you'll see the 2 stars next to cook cam, you can hit the more button and pin it for yourself, just for everybody. And in general, if you have questions, feel free to type them in the chat or just raise your hand and we'll try to get your questions answered. Go for it, Hung.
Exactly. So the batter, leave it aside for 15-20 minutes, and we'll make the dipping sauce, which is the key ingredient. and it's the dipping sauce, or the nuoc cham, as they call it in Vietnam. Is basically universal for every Vietnamese dish. So nearly every single dish will have this this sauce in it somehow. So let's go and make it. It's really very straightforward. It's just garlic, red chilies, and if you don't like red chilies, don't use it. Obviously, it's spicy. Lime, okay, and fish sauce, and some sugar and some water. So the fish sauce I'm using here is Red Boat, and you can buy it. You can buy it from most high-end stores, but it's like the Grand Cru of fish sauce. This is really good. A little pricey, but you know, normally this bottle would cost like $2.50, but this particular brand costs like maybe $7. So we're definitely not breaking the bank there with the fish sauce. Okay, so let's make the dipping sauce. Crush up the garlic. So I'm going to crush up the garlic.
Hung, could I use anchovy paste instead of fish sauce if I didn't have fish sauce?
Anchovy paste, no, because anchovy paste is very pungent, and it's used in other dishes in Vietnamese cooking and Thai cooking.
Okay.
It's overpowering for this dish.
Okay.
But light is a good one because I love anchovy paste, but to the Western palate is really stinky and strong. You know.
Okay.
It's worse than
That's good to know. I would have thought that they would be more equal. So that's good to know.
Yeah, but you know, fish sauce is just anchovies that's like not concentrated, so it's the same thing.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm going to cut some garlic. Then I'm going to cut some red chilies. These are like red Thai chilies. I like them because I like it spicy, but also it provides that red color in the sauce. So you want to avoid making patty water type fish sauce. Nice and red is the way to go, right? So if you don't have these hot chilies, just use even red pepper and just get that red color in there when you smash it up. Yeah. So
is that a special kind of knife you're using? What kind of knife is that?
oh, this one is my girlfriend's knife, but it's been sharpened by a friend, so it's super sharp. But it's just a regular German knife, I guess, right? It's made in Germany. The blade is really nice. It's
Is it a Woodstock or a Zwilling?
Oh, now you're getting technical. Lini, I'll defer to Mike. What's the name of the maker? Woodstock?
I think it's Woodstock.
Woodstock.
I think so.
Oh,
Is
thank
that
you.
okay?
That's what I was using, so that helps.
Oh yeah, exactly. You got to have the right equipment. If you're not using a German knife for a Vietnamese dish, then you're not going to hit them up.
I thought you were using a Vietnamese knife, just making sure.
We got a couple other questions from the chat. For folks who don't have the pre-made mix with the cornstarch in it, and they're just using rice flour, do you know how much cornstarch they should add in their batter?
Yeah, so, I'll be honest, I don't. But I think it would be a good idea just to add like a couple of tablespoons just to get that consistency. I think the package has quite a little bit of it, because when you feel it, it's very squishy, and that's from the starch. So I'm just going to put in some more garlic. Garlic is key to fish sauce, and I'm just mincing a little bit so I don't have to crush it so hard. So basically, you're making to a paste. Now, there are a couple of techniques in terms of making this, right? You can chop the chilies and finely dice the garlic and then put it together, which is nice. Or you can go old school and mush it up. So what I'm doing here is like the old school method. Okay. Okay, you have a nice red and garlicky consistency, nice and spicy. Right, and now what you need to do is in Vietnamese cooking, Southeast Asian cooking, the sauce tends to be spicy, sweet, salty, and a little bit of acidity and lime. So what we need now is some sugar. So what I did was I made some sugar water using just regular sugar, or in this case, you can use anything that has a kind of a darker molasses flavor. So I'm using palm sugar here, but you can use any sugar. So I dissolved basically some palm sugar or sugar in water, in this case hot water that's now cold, and now you have a little, little sugary water, right? It's a nice color, brown, kind of golden color. And once more, we don't want that brownish mud color. Any question on the sugar? Because sugar is such an important piece of the fish sauce.
So can you use like agave nectar, or can you use, something like that? Like a liquid?
I think it would be very interesting to use it. I never used it, Lydie, but I think that would taste really interesting.
Okay.
I think we should have to try it. So I'm just going to mix. I'm just going to put in some of this water, basically sugar water, into my pesto mortar, and take, make sure I have all the bits and pieces.
Would you mind just restating how much sugar and how much water?
Yeah. So so basically, I would say if you make this much of syrup, okay, which is what, half a cup or something, less than that, then you just need 2 or 3 tablespoons of sugar maximum. Don't make it too sweet. I mean, you can always put in more fish sauce or more lime to stabilize it, but don't make it too sweet. You don't want a sweet sauce, unless you like it really sweet. Personally, I prefer my fish sauce on the salty side, whereas some people prefer it or more on the citrusy side. So it's up to you, but it's a matter of choice. But for this dish, it should be somewhere in the middle. So that's the complicated piece. So I just made some fish sauce, which looks like this. It's a little bit more rustic. So there are pieces of, garlic, pieces of red chilies, and I haven't pulverized it into a paste or anything like that. It's quite rustic. So I'm going to pour that into my dipping bowl, and now I'm going to put in some more of this sugar water. Okay, and then we have to add the fish sauce, obviously, right? So you can measure things out, but have been brought up, eating fish sauce all my life. You kind of figure out how much to add. So I'll show you how much I would add to this. Not too much. It's quite strong. So I would add this much. I would say 2 tablespoons of fish sauce to at least 5 parts of water. So that's the ratio that you're thinking about. And then we'll stir it.
So right now, all we have in that is just is fish sauce, sugar, Water
Yeah,
and the garlic.
exactly. So it's garlic, fish sauce, sugar, water, and chili. Yeah, and now the next ingredient is lime. You need the lime. You need that acidity. Okay, lime. And you know what? You can never go wrong with a sauce that is limey, I find. You can always go wrong with a sauce that's too salty or too fishy, right? So heavy on the lime is okay, I think. I'm gonna squeeze some lime juice. How am I doing, guys? Good?
Ah,
Okay, so you pour some lime in. As I said, pour some lime in. If it's your first time.
Is it okay to substitute lemon for lime, folks?
Yeah, yeah.
Hung?
Lemon for lime, absolutely. Anything, even white vinegar would work.
What about oranges?
Yep, oranges. That would be very interesting. Oranges or any other citrusy kind of fruit would work as well.
Grapefruit.
Yeah, grapefruit juice would be amazing. Whoever thought of grapefruit juice there. I like the idea. And you know what? And in Asia, sometimes you see the fish sauce with a little bit of lime in it, the pulp. So that adds, another dimension to the sauce. So that's nice. Okay, so enough of this. I need to taste it, right? Let's see if it needs some more water. So this is very strong at the moment. So it needs, I don't want it to be sweet anymore, but so I'm going to put in some water, okay? Just a little bit of water. Maybe taste it again. Citrusy, spicy, garlicky. This is good. All right. So we're done with this. Now, you can see that, you can, if you're in a very fancy restaurant, they may strain this just to get the essence. But I like it with all the bits and pieces in it when I dip it. So I'm going to leave it as it is. All right. Any questions on the fish sauce?
I feel like mine needs to be a little more spicy. So add more chili?
Yes, yeah, add more chilies. You can either chop in the chilies very, very finely, or you can just mash it and then put it in.
Do both.
But you can use red chilies. I've used green chilies. You can, so long as it's not over spicy, I think it's fine.
And fresh, not dry, right?
Yeah, fresh, not dry. Yeah. Frozen is more than good, so long as, but it needs to be, can't be dry.
Hey, Hang, I'm very disturbed that you don't seem to be drinking any alcoholic beverage while you do all this.
Well, you know what, Uday? Totally disturbed, because I was gonna be like, one of these English chefs where they're like drinking the plonk and cooking at the same time. So where is my wine glass, Lini? You can't get the help around here anymore. Where's my wine glass?
Well, I mean, it's been giving me a lot of anxiety all this time that there's no wine on your table. But I think now I'm calmer now. Thank you. If one moment that shows up on the cooked ham, I'll be okay.
It's New Year, and alcohol is very lucky.
Oh, thank God.
So I'm drinking a white wine from France in the northern Rhone region, 1 year grapes, and the area is called Convue. So if anyone likes wine, they would know the area. It's very good.
Cheers. Cheers to everybody.
Good.
I'm a step behind. How much fish sauce did you put in?
I would say I put in 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, and you should put in at least 5 parts, if not 7, of water. And you do not need to have so much dipping sauce. This amount of dipping sauce would feed like 4 people easy. So don't overdo it with the fish sauce. It's pretty pungent and strong. It's a substitute for salt, basically. It has that umami. You realize I haven't used any salt later on in my cooking. It all comes from this sauce. So just, don't make too much of it. Okay. All right, I'm going to set this aside, and then I'm going to go back to my batter. Just whisk it up a little bit. Okay. So let's talk about now. Let's talk about the fillings. So we made the fish sauce, which is what we're going to dip the pancake in. We made the batter, and now we're going to do the fillings. So the fillings traditionally is really very straightforward, very simple, and you can substitute whichever way you like. So traditionally it's shrimp with pork belly. Okay, and I always like shallots in mine, so I put shallots in it, or shallots. Now the pork belly here is completely optional, but I've taken out a lot of the belly. This is more pork than belly, so it's less fatty, and it's been boiled, so it's cooked, chopped up, and basically so you don't really need to do a lot of cooking on this. And likewise, the shrimp is half cooked, so I cooked the shrimp, boiled the shrimp in a little bit of salty water, and then just butterfly the shrimp so you have little pieces. But don't overcook them because we'll cook them later. Okay. All right. Any question on the fillings? I mean, you can use chicken. You can just use any protein you like. Tofu. Tofu maybe not. I mean, it would be a little squishy, but you can use, you can use beef or whatever, but make sure it's shredded so it cooks quickly. And then the last piece for the crunchiness, I mean, there's so many things you can make that's crunchy, right? In Vietnam, they have they have it here, but mung beans, or in this case, I'm using bean sprouts, right? You can even get bean sprouts this time of year. It's pretty easy in New York City. So that adds the crunch. If you don't have bean sprouts, just use cabbage, thinly sliced cabbage, and that would wilt and make it nice and crispy as well. Okay.
Chef, I have a question for you. How long should we boil this pork belly, and how long you're saying now to cook the shrimp ahead of time? How long would you like that shrimp? Is that parboiled or any of these things fried first?
No. So why would you boil pork belly? And the reason, part of the reason why is you buy the piece of pork belly, and it has that strong porky smell sometimes, right?
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So when you boil it, all the gunk comes up, and you can see all the gunk that comes up. So okay. Boil it for 10 minutes, and I put in a bay leaf just to, subjugate that.
Okay.
And we are also doing
that no one likes, right? So I boiled it for 10 minutes with a bay leaf.
Okay.
And then I chopped it fine.
You chop it versus slicing it. Okay.
Actually, I would love to have sliced it, but the pork belly piece that came didn't allow me to do that. So it's a little chunky. I'm not a big pork belly fan in this dish. I prefer the pork belly, the whole thing. So I'll make a combination of everything just with shrimp and a combo, but traditionally it's a combo of these two. Yeah.
Okay. And do I boil the shrimp also, sir?
Yeah. The shrimp, there's a lot more leeway with the shrimp because basically the shrimp, you cannot overcook it. So have it on boil and then put the shrimp in for 1 minute and then take it out because it cooks so quickly.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All righty. So
Hey, Hung, I have a question about the batter.
yes,
We should have the scallion in the chopped up with the batter right now?
yep. So you should have something that looks like this, right? It had the scallion in it. I use 3 stalks of scallion, and make sure to use the green bits as well as the white stalky bits, because you know that's what makes it a nice scallion green color, right? And then
Can you hold up can you hold up your batter a little closer to the camera?
Yeah.
So we can get a sense of the consistency.
Yeah, I think I would have liked it to be a bit firmer. So if you're going to make this again, probably just do 2.5 cups of water, not 3, because I think the coconut may make the batter a little bit lighter than I expected.
Cool. Would you say, so it should be like how thick would you describe it? Like a pancake batter, I guess? Like it should.
It should be more like, it should be slightly less than a pancake batter.
Yeah.
But it should be slightly thicker than this batter I'm showing you there. So normally they do the spoon test, right? Where they could see whether it's cling onto the spoon and drips down slowly. In this case, it's very light for my batter. So it probably need more flour. But it's too late now, guys. It's too late. Unfortunately, that bus has left. So, okay. All right. Any questions, Guy, about Tet, the Vietnamese festivals, or you know your travels to Southeast Asia and what you liked or disliked? Has anyone been to Vietnam?
I wish I could go. It sounds so lovely over there.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Bali, have you been to Bali?
I've never been to Bali, actually. I've been all over Southeast Asia. Myanmar. Myanmar is a fantastic country to visit, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I want to go.
yeah, Cambodia, Thailand.
Let's plan a trip, huh?
Yeah, exactly. But apparently they're having some
Population of Vietnam.
at the moment with some kind of despot. So let's not go right now.
Not right now.
Hung, what is the population of Vietnam?
The population of Vietnam is close to nearly 100 million now, 90 odd million. You know, when I was born in 19 blah, 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 I won't say when, 1971.
1954?
No. 1954 is, believe it or not, is an important date because that's when Vietnam was annexed north and south, so that's when basically the start of North and South Vietnam, 1954, and yeah, an important date. And if you know anything about history, that's also Dien Bien Phu. That's also the Geneva Convention. That's when Ho Chi Minh took power in the north, etc. So that's a very important date.
Yeah, fish sauce. I didn't even know.
Okay.
What are the festivities like overall? Like what are the most popular holidays or for New Year ones, I mean?
Well, imagine this. Imagine Tet or Chinese New Year. It's like New Year rolled in with Thanksgiving and the Super Bowl, right? That's how big Vietnamese New Year is. It doesn't matter where you are. You go home to your family, whether it's a city or a village or a little town, during New Year. And that's why the festivities last for like 15, 14 days, right, guys? So you know, it's really big. I mean, and what we're eating at the moment is not traditional New Year food. It's more street food. Zach will tell you when he was in Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City, you know, they would serve this in huge pancake size for like $1.50, and squatting on a little bench or a little stool is in the middle of the road. So, you know, with all the hustle and bustle of life. Yeah, it reminds me a lot when I eat this of that, you know, that little experience I had.
This is Lynn. What was your favorite part for you? What was the apple part?
Well, you know, going back to Vietnam for me, it wasn't necessarily a holiday, right? It was, you know, this is where, you know, I was born, and it's where I left and came back, and you know, very much a little stranger in your own country, right? Your heritage, right? So, and I have family, all my families are there except for my mom and dad, brothers, right? So it was quite a culture shock the first time I went back after we left. So, you know, it was very interesting, right? So it was, and I'm from the middle part of Vietnam, Hue City. So, you know, you have Hanoi in the north, Hue in the middle, which is the imperial city, the old colonial, not colonial, but the old imperial city. And then you have Saigon, which is in the south. And Hue is very famous, obviously, because, you know, that's where, you know, that's where Vietnam's heritage is from, and history and emperors and things like that, right? So.
Hung, this is Wendy. Did you tell everyone how your family left Vietnam?
Oh no, Wendy, that's for the Spielberg's movie deal I'm making. No.
That's a great story. You know, I don't want to put you on the spot if you want to share.
No, look, you know, it was, you know, back in the 70s. Do you remember the boat people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm from Orange County. Remember, I told you I got Little Saigon.
Exactly. So, Wendy, you know the history. So we left out before Saigon in '75, and we put it this way: we didn't fly economy. we had to leave without an exit permit. So we had to. We came to the UK in the worst possible time to come to the United Kingdom. It was like 1979, 1980. Thatcher was in government. No one had jobs, and then you have all the refugees arriving. So you can imagine that the locals were not so pleased, right? But you know, it was.
But didn't your grandmother act as the decoy when the government came looking for your family?
Exactly. The story was so funny. The story was like, so we left, and we left our grandmother behind. She wanted to go, but we said, no, you're the So the story was that when my father was let out for you know, good conduct, he was serving some time, and they let him out. And but they had someone tail him. It's like, this guy, he ain't gonna stay long. He's gonna flee, or he's gonna leave. And so we needed a decoy, and the grandmother was the decoy, because they never thought, they would never leave their grandmother behind. Well, we did. So they were like watching my grandmother's house, and we left. That was 1979. Wow.
Yeah.
History, right?
Yeah. A grandmother's love for her family.
You know, and we arrived in the UK, Wendy, we arrived in the UK, and it was literally, you arrive, and the UK government had some really bad experience with other refugees where they congregated and they concentrated all their people in one city and took it over. So they decided with these Vietnamese refugees, they would split them into little towns and cities that no one's ever heard of, even by British standards. So we ended up being in a small, beautiful English city, English town. It was beautiful, borders Wales, really proper English people, but very, very isolated from the rest of the world. Back in 1979, a lot of working class people. It was hard, right? So I can tell you a funny story. So our house got burgled once, okay? And the only thing that they took was left in the outside freezer, right? So as you know, Vietnamese cooking is very intricate, right? You need a lot of bones, shins, pig's feet, and all these things. All these things in the fridge. And in the midst of the darkness, they took all these things, right? And then the police arrived and said, "Oh, what did they take?" And my mom said, "Well, they took like 3 pig's feet." And this poor cop was thinking, "God, they're poor, these people." But in fact, it was supposed to make this incredible broth, right? But
oh my gosh. No.
Okay,
They
guys.
never wasted a part of any animal, that's for sure.
Exactly. It's all tasty, especially when you boil it down and you make it into a broth, right?
Yeah.
No one sees anything in it.
Mhm.
Okay, I think it's time. Do you think it's time, Zach, to make the pancakes? I think so, right?
I think so. We've been, it's been about 30 minutes, so people's batter should definitely be ready.
Yeah.
And someone asked, is it possible to store the batter, like if you don't use it all today?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's good for a couple of days. 2 days, should I say? A couple is 2, right? And if you make too much of it, it will taste great in the morning. I think 20 minutes is what you're supposed to do prior, but it lasts for a couple of days. Yeah.
Cool. And for
you can put in anything in it, and it will taste good because it has coconut.
Yeah, I don't know about you all, but like it just smells so good in my kitchen right now, just because of the coconut milk just like sitting and the fish sauce sort of wafting up into my nostrils.
Shall we move this to the?
You want to move the cook cam to the kitchen?
I'm gonna move the cook cam over to the station.
Oh, I was just wondering if you knew the reason why letting it settle helps with the batter, letting it rest.
You know what? I really don't. But certainly I find that the scallion intensifies in the batter overnight. So that's going on. And it does thicken, it does thicken a little bit more.
Makes sense.
Hun, I can help. So to let the batter to sit for a while, it will make the pancake more crispy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, hi, Vera.
Hi. Because I tried the Chinese cooking, like you can buy from the store the bubble waffle.
Yeah.
So the batter, if you let sit for an hour or overnight, it will be even more crispy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, another technique that my mom uses, which I used and it didn't work out, was to put in a little bit of carbonated water or a little bit beer, because the bubbles will make it, when you cook the pancake, it will have holes in it and it will be more fluffy, more crispy and fluffy. Crispy.
Oh, so this is like the carbonated water can replace like baking soda, just like baking soda.
Exactly. And in the South, people use beer. and the north they don't use it.
Those are such great tips. Thank you.
Okay, good.
So I have another question. We got if you're vegetarian and you're not making it with shrimp or chicken or pork or anything, is there any filling you'd recommend? Like just fry shallots or what do we do?
Oh, fried shallots works with everything, right? Before and after. So I'm going to show you that I'm going to fry a little shallots now and put in the mixture. But if you love, you can put in anything, daikons, some, other radishes, and but just don't put in anything that will generate too much water when you make the pancake. It will go soggy.
What kind of oil are you putting in?
Very important question. So I'm using a neutral oil, right? So I don't think Asian people use a lot of olive oil, right, Vera?
You can use avocado oil if you fry stuff, because avocado oil can contain more high heat than olive oil. So I use olive oil to cook, but not extra virgin.
Yeah. Okay. So I use the grapeseed oil, which is really good, high temperature.
Oh, this is very good.
Yeah.
Very healthy.
Good.
Oh, and get back to the vegetarian one. You can use squash or pumpkin. You can slice it, or the tofu, the hard one, the fried tofu. The Vietnamese, sometimes we go to Vietnamese restaurant, you ask for tofu, the hard one, the fried one.
Oh, the fried one, the pre-fried one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is a little stringy, and you can just okay, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Thank you. All right, so I'm just going to move over to the cooking station and make the pancake.
Let's do it. Vera, I feel like you should host one of these next.
No, Hannah and I used to cook together.
Yeah, we used to cook together in Seattle when I lived in Seattle.
What did you guys make?
Oh, you know what? That's a long time ago. And that was before, Vera, that was before my big interest in cooking,
Yeah, Heng told me it's like 12 years ago. He reminded me this morning.
Oh, really? 12 years ago? Oh, my God. So what are you guys drinking? Uday, what are you drinking on a Friday night with Monday being a holiday? Lighty, what are you drinking?
Well, it's early here in California. It's not quite 5 o'clock. So I'm drinking Pellegrino.
Oh, Pellegrino. Okay.
And I'm not a white wine drinker, so I'll probably, my battery is low. I have to charge my phone, I think. I'll probably switch to red once. Is it 5 o'clock yet? Oh, no.
Hey, Hung, this is a cocktail that I always make in the evening.
Yeah.
It's 1 part Clorox and 3 parts Lysol. And it keeps COVID away. I strongly recommend it.
You look remarkably like Mr. T, Mr. Donald Trump. No, I'm only kidding. But what is that you're drinking? Is that apple juice with some?
It's bourbon. It's like dilute bourbon. It's like with a bunch of soda.
Bourbon. Oh, the pan is on. Okay, guys. So we're cooking. Can you see my pan?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna get.
Hey, a really nice pan.
Oh, that's Lee's pan. It's brand new for the occasion. Okay, I'm just gonna set things up.
Hey, Hung, do you recommend if we have an option of like a non-stick pan or a cast iron? What do you recommend?
Non-stick, yeah. Look, just don't even try it out with. I think cast iron works fine as well. It's just if you get non-stick, it's just so much easier. All right, I'm putting you some oil, not too much. Coat it. That's a little bit too much, I guess. Yeah, let's put in some shallots. Is it shallots? Is it shallots? Like, what's the shallots?
Otherwise known as shallots.
I know. I love how Hung says that. That's why we use it in everything. I love when he sends me to the grocery store to get his shallots.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? You know, the onion family is a great family, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely.
Is my friend Peter Dixon and family on the call? Because he's allergic to onions. So
we are here, and every time that I see you say shallot or onion or anything, it's like we make faces. So
yeah, the number of times I've been out with Peter where he asked the guy, this burger, does it contain any onions or shallots or scallions? Or they said, no, not at all. And then he brings the burger and it has onions on it. And Peter would say, well, it has onion on it. He said, okay. So he took it back, took out the onions and gave it back to him.
it's awful. It's just terrible.
All right. So key to cooking shallots or onion, wait until it's a little translucent. So this is a little green at the moment. You don't want it.
Do you do a fresh shallot for each pancake, or you're just frying these for all of the ones you're?
Oh no! So when I wrote the original recipe, I was doing the lazy man's version, which is pre-fry the shallots, then you can just bang it in if you do bulk. But as we are like premium channel here, I'm going to do each one individually. So I'm frying the shallots up for every pancake.
And are you going to take them out or just pour them
No.
out?
Oh no! You got to infuse the oil with the shallots. That's what gives it that really good taste.
Okay.
So do you have a whole shallot in there for each pancake, or what's the shallot to pancake ratio?
Not look. You know, like if you can see my shallots here, I really slice it very thin, so that it's almost wafer thin, so that it will cook very quickly. And then I could put in a little bit of pork belly now, not too much. By the way, as I said, I'm not a big fan of too much of the fat in pork belly, so I cut some of that out. So it's up to you. Adding some shrimp.
My shallots are getting very brown.
Oh, you don't want it brown. Stop cooking right now.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, don't brown it. Okay, don't brown it. You know, a little bit brown is okay. Yes, a little brown is okay.
Okay. All right, I'm rescuing them.
Right, I'm just going to check my heater now. It should be on medium plus. Okay, medium plus. And then I'm going to ladle. I have people in the background telling me, not yet, don't do it yet. It's terrible. Okay, so this is now nice and brown. I'm going to do it now. Okay, so I'm going to ladle some pancakes. Not too much. We don't want. I'm just going to cover it around it. Isn't that nice? That color, and it's going to come. You know, it's going to get yellow, and you know, you've got specks of green and red.
My batter keeps getting sort of separated. Like when you stir it, it's like the flour is at the bottom. Is that because I made fresh flour?
Did you use the?
I didn't have rice flour, so I grinded my rice with my coffee grinder and made my own.
Oh my God, lady. I mean, that's like, that's really going.
Well, I mean, I wanted to come to the class.
I know. Are you from California? That's what California.
I wanted to show up.
That is incredibly impressive. Can you show us the?
Looks okay. Looks okay. Where is it? Where's the camera?
So I'm going to put on some bean sprouts, right? Not too much because we don't want to overdo it.
There we go. Can you see it?
Wow.
I don't know if you can see it or not. Anyway.
Does it taste like your coffee grinds?
No, I keep I do keep one free for that kind of stuff. I don't put any coffee grinds in it. I just do like seeds or things like that.
Okay, so I'm going to put a lid on it for 2 minutes. That way I cook the batter because I want the skin to be crispy and the batter to be cooked, right? So give it 2 minutes. And then where's my wine? Where's my wine?
Hey, Han, 2 minutes for low heat or high? Low heat or medium heat?
Medium heat is fine.
Okay.
There's nothing worse than uncooked batter. I'd rather make it extra crispy than
yeah. So
hey, is this 2 minutes for the one to swap out the one you made earlier?
Oh, okay. Basically, I'll be honest with you. I think the 2 minutes starts when it sizzles. So,
Hong, will you tell us the reason why Bánh Xèo is called this?
yeah, so Bánh Xèo, you know, like Vietnamese, all Vietnamese words are monosyllabic, right? And it's one syllable. And sizzle is one syllable, but Bánh Xèo, the xèo means, you know, like the sound of the sizzle. That's how the word is derived. So this sizzling sound is basically what's called Bánh Xèo. I'm going to try to flip this now. Has it been 2 minutes already?
Are we supposed to put a lid on this? I forgot.
Yes, lady.
Oops.
Lady, you're missing out on all the fun if you don't have a drink.
You're starting to see why I didn't do so well in school.
You know, I'm very impatient. I always want to take a look. So try not to overdo it. I think it's ready. 2 minutes.
I'm switching up my drink.
Okay.
So for you, it's not sticky enough. You add some cornstarch in it. Add more cornstarch. And also in the future, if you want to grind your own rice, you need to use sticky rice, not any type of rice. And better to grind it with Vitamix.
I used basmati, I think.
I see. Yeah, but you need to use a sticky rice to grind. Yeah.
Okay, so this is perfect now. Look at how thin my pancake is, everyone. Oops.
We can't see.
1 second.
Can't see him. Oh, there it is.
Okay. Look, it should be like rolling off there. And then I'm going to try to flip it in half. Without breaking it. Okay. Well, first go. First go is a little bit tough.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Nice
Hey,
flip there,
like
huh?
my tall man's chopsticks. See the size of these chopsticks? Oh, look, the sizzle now, right? And that pancake is like super crispy and thin. You don't want too much batter. Okay. And everything is cooked here now, so it's perfect. Okay, This is cooked. I will try to flip it. I'll probably end up breaking it in half. Yeah.
I want a truth for you, huh?
Okay, so I'm going to turn it. So have a plate.
Hey,
I'm
Dave,
just
bring me a battery
Just
charger.
flip on the pan.
You know what I do? I do the pro method. There you go.
I need my battery for my iPad. Yes, please.
Actually, it looks better in real life than on the camera. So
Yeah.
I think
I'm a bit suspicious it's nothing but an omelet, Hung.
mine's pretty messed up.
what's that, Uday?
I'm a bit suspicious it's nothing but an omelet.
No, there's no egg.
You might have, you seem to have switched it on us somehow.
Well, and here's one I made earlier. Here's 10 I made earlier.
And then you used eggs to do that, I think.
Exactly. So I'm gonna make another one, and then I think what we'll do is we'll go back to the table again, and then show you how to eat it. It's kind of weird showing people how to eat things.
Uh-oh.
I guess.
Chef, are you talking about like a quarter of a cup for batter or a half a cup?
I would say a quarter at the most. You don't want so much.
I think that's smokier.
I have to say that
Thank you.
my batter is a bust.
Why? Because you went to you
Because
brought your own flour and
yeah, I used the wrong flour. But I mean, it sort of kind of worked a little bit.
just make sure that the batter cooks. It will be all good. It won't necessarily look good, great, but you know.
Yeah, no, this is pretty far gone. This is not edible.
You can just do what Hung did and make an omelet.
I'll whip up some eggs.
Yeah, add some egg in it.
There's, it's yellow in color and it's a batter. It looks a lot like my breakfast.
Exactly.
Hey, you know what? This is gluten-free. It's dairy-free. It's I think it would be great for the West Coast people on the call.
Yes. I'm gonna get this down. I have the recipe now.
Okay. So the second pancake will always be better than the first one because the pan is nice and hot. Now you get to feel like, you know, what works, what doesn't. So here I just have shrimp only because I like shrimp only. So this is my portion.
Add the fresh herbs in there or only the bean sprouts, shrimp, and pork?
Oh, okay, so basically, and I'll show you later on, in fact, a couple more minutes, how we're going to eat it with fresh herbs and, you know, and lettuce and the dipping sauce we made earlier. So this goes on. So while that's happening, I can show you what it should look like. So the pancakes would look something like this, right? And then you have a selection of cilantro, you wrap it in lettuce leaves and mint, and then you have a dipping sauce that goes with that. So it's going to be spicy, sweet, it's going to have savory inside and all those herbs, you know, herb bomb, as they say, right? So wrap it in the lettuce leaves and the mint, and I like to cut little raw chilies in mine. I like it spicy. How's everyone's pancake doing? Is it coming out?
Anybody having more luck than I did? My batter was compromised without. I didn't have real rice flour, but I'm gonna try a second.
We're just getting to our first one, but it's looking good.
Oh, good. All right.
But are you waiting to have like an omelet till there's like bubbles coming through the whole thing?
Yeah, so I kind of look at the end piece there, and this is, so if you flip it and you look at the end, it's not quite, it feels a little not firm. It should be nice and firm.
We're getting there.
This pan is so easy to work with. So this needs more time there, but I put the lid on a little bit because I want the batter to cook, to steam a little bit. Richard, try this thing, otherwise. You have to play, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna flip
I'm
it.
pretty good about this one here, Hung.
What's happened?
Oh, that's beautiful.
That looks good, Zach.
Excellent.
That's good, but it doesn't look so crispy, Zach.
Yeah, I think it's a little, yeah, first one, maybe the pan didn't get quite hot enough.
Right, exactly. You need, because you do not want to eat uncooked batter.
Yeah. I might have to throw this back on.
Yeah, the first one is never that good. And even if it doesn't look good, so long as you cook it well, it will taste delicious because you're gonna smudge it anyway later on. You're gonna cut it up in pieces.
Did you flip it before you flip it in half?
No, I didn't flip it. I just rolled it in half.
Got it.
Folded it once, yeah. This one is good.
Let's see. Does anyone have any? Does anyone have a finished one they can show off?
Yeah. It's a shame, Vera, you're not cooking because you'll have the best looking one, I'm sure.
Today I need to go to pick up something from Allison's school, so I don't have time. I was driving.
Oh yeah, we didn't.
Yeah.
We only sent it to you like a couple of hours ago. So.
Yeah. Next time, send me the invite earlier. I can be your assistant.
Yeah, Vera. I mean, there's a reason why you had the invite late because you were still my show.
I take back the humble part.
Wow.
All right.
How's Lana? How's your pancakes working out?
Well, my batter was also compromised. So mine looks more like a goulash at this point. So I'm just gonna try to cook it through and see what it tastes like.
Oh my God, guys, come on. What would Gordon Ramsay say? Should we be throwing F-bombs at people?
Yes. You would say, get the right rice flour. Don't use something else.
Yeah.
Oh, what flour did you use? You used rice flour, no?
I used like coconut flour. Not good. Not good. I'm like, it must be it would be fine. No, don't do it.
You gotta follow these instructions.
I know.
I truly thought that making my own rice flour is going to be killer. I thought it was really going to impress you, hon. Wow,
And
you made your own rice flour. Didn't work.
Yeah.
And I didn't have my reading glasses. I didn't have my reading glasses at the grocery store. I'm like squinting, going, flour. Oh, I've got flour. So that's my excuse.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can relate.
Good lady, I'm surprised you didn't call that flour guy that you call the 800
I
number
almost
for
did.
bread.
I always called King Arthur. What can I do? I don't have rice flour.
Hung, don't give Lady your phone number or she'll call you for the for every step.
I'll have you on speed dial.
Next time, I'm gonna make sure in bold print, do not substitute for, you know, coconut flour, almond flour, wheat flour.
Hey, Han, can you show us what is your package? You mean you said you bought some premix package, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna show it to you.
So why didn't you tell us earlier instead of telling us to make our own batter?
I told you we should have not invited Vera. So basically, this package apparently just contains rice flour and some cornstarch. So I was logically thinking, if they don't have the link to this this mix, they can just use the underlying flour, right? Which I think would work, except some of you just got too carried away. I saw grinding your own flour. So yeah, but Zach, did we send out a link to the Amazon to buy this flour at all or no?
Yeah, 'cause that's how I got mine that way.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on. You know the secret. Oh.
Yeah, I think it was hidden. You had to read the link pretty carefully. So I think most people just got rice flour.
And maybe sooner than a half hour before the class.
I think it's a good experience to, like, now that you've grinding it by hand, you know all the labor of love that goes into this.
Yep.
Oh wow, look at this is hey mom, show that everyone. Look at my mom.
Okay. Show it to us.
Wait.
Can you see it?
Wow.
Wow.
Bridget.
Wow.
It's very thick. It's not like a pancake.
Wow.
It's a huge pancake. How many people is that going to serve?
That's impressive.
That's impressive, yeah.
She must have had all the links.
So remember, guys, cook the batter. Doesn't matter what it looks like. The batter has to be cooked with any flour. Otherwise, you're going to have a doughy mixture you don't want to eat. Okay. So
I think one thing that's challenging is it has to be a certain like consistency. It can't be too thick or it won't spread around the pan. Right?
Right. I don't know about you, but my flour is kind of perfect.
Did you use
Yours
the whole?
ours.
Did you use
Ours
the
is
whole
looking and tasting mighty good.
And Chris,
Hey, Han, how many times have you practiced before this class?
Well, I practice to make this, or practice on the course. You mean Oh, how many times have I made this dish? Probably like 7 times in my life. I probably twice in Martha's Vineyard with Wendy and Lydie.
Yeah.
It was delicious too.
Yes. It's our favorite.
Bernie, you got
yeah.
a Bánh Xèo to show off?
Yeah, yes. It's still in the frying pan, but oh, look at it. The first one we ate.
Ooh, that's looking good.
That looks good.
That's good.
Good.
Oh, good.
We
Okay.
ate our first one already.
Did you eat it with all the herbs and all the dipping sauce? And
Yes.
No, we.
Yeah, I've been eating over on the side while Bernie's.
Oh no!
We did the whole shebang. We just started nibbling.
Sorry.
We forgot the bean sprouts in the first one.
Did you like it?
One. Yes.
Did you like it?
It's delicious.
Yeah, it's so good.
It tastes even better when you have it with the herbs and it brings it all together.
Yeah. We're still getting to the finished product, but it's coming together.
Okay, I bet you the 3rd pancakes you make will be perfect.
I think so too.
Now you figured out the parameters of your pan here. So, Vera, what do Chinese people eat on Chinese New Year?
Oh, let me show it to you. I'm cooking. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see how can I flip my camera.
I want that. Me too.
Abalone and cucumber.
What? That doesn't look very appetizing. What is it?
Abalone.
It's abalone and sea cucumber.
And then I'm making the abalone soup. Oh.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm cooking right now.
Isn't abalone kind of endangered?
Huh? You remember the abalone we ate in Vancouver?
Oh my God. Yeah, I remember what it looks like, the shape anyway.
Yeah. So I'm cooking right now.
Oh, of course, you're 3 hours behind us. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, right now it's like 5 o'clock. And I'm gonna make shrimp and fish.
Oh, cool. Okay, so I just made myself another pancake here. And it's even better looking than the first one.
Ooh, I think I just.
Let's see the finished product on this one.
Are you gonna sit down and eat these now?
Yeah, so I'm gonna take a little time, have a drink, sit down and eat. We reorganized the table. I mean the camera, I guess, right? But let's have a look at what people's effort look like. I want to have a peep of your pancakes.
Let's see. Here's what I got. Here's what I'm working with. This is a little. Hold on. This is a little crispier.
No. You are not biting that. No.
Spotlight.
No.
Oh my God.
Hung, does this look crispier?
Oh yeah, that looks crispier. Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
Lady, is that what's going on your cast iron over there?
Look at how beautifully brown my crust is.
Oh yeah.
What happened?
Well, I mean, the bottom turned out. It has great potential.
Yeah. Lydie. We have to talk. You can't make things like this on the community kitchen. Right, Wendy?
That's right.
Look how beautifully brown it is.
I bet it tastes, hey, no, I bet it tastes good. If it has a shrimp, I bet it tastes good. Just anything, you know what? Anything dipped in that sauce tastes good.
And
Exactly.
it's very, very thin. So,
Yeah. But it's
very
the sauce. Mm.
oh my God, it's fantastic.
You see?
Wrapping my shallots.
So let's take this back then. Want to take the...
Do we finally get to see Lenny and Richard?
Oh yeah, Lenny and Richard.
No.
We need to see the help.
Lenny, she does all the cleaning and
she's the real cook. Hung's just the face.
Hi.
Hi, Lenny.
and Richard.
Hi, Richard.
Hi, Richard. Hi, Lenny.
Yeah, so I know Lenny did all the prep work and Richard brought the wine.
Yeah, and I narrated.
That's right. Yeah.
Come here and eat.
Okay, so
See how we.
yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
How we do that.
Okay, so shall we show them?
What do you want? There's something on.
Hung, is there mint in the greens?
Yes, there's mint, cilantro, basil.
That was in the recipe. I saw that.
Okay.
Wow, it looked good.
So when you guys are cooking, let me show you how to eat it.
This is great, hon, because I wasn't able to do all of it, but I did enough of it that now I feel more confident to do it the next time.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so if you can see my hand, can you see my hand?
Yes.
So what I do is I take a little leaf and then I cut some of this pancake. It's a pancake, savory pancake. It's not an omelet, okay? Now take.
I beg to disagree.
Okay, and I take look a little crispy. Then I break off some mint. Okay, mint. A little cilantro. It's kind of fun, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun. Little basil. All right, and then a little bit of fish sauce, right? A little bit of that dipping sauce in here like this. And then you wrap it up. Tastes like 2003 when I was in Vietnam past then. Good. Tastes good. Very good. It's one of your favorites, right, Wendy?
Hey, can we get somebody else's opinion on this also, how good it is? Can Tini or Richard taste test it for us?
Yes.
And give us an opinion which is not biased, as well as immodest.
Tastes like an omelet.
I told you so. Has a bit of an eggy taste, doesn't it?
It is very good. I already had half of one.
Hey, Uday, you have to come over for dinner before I go back to Massachusetts with Richard next couple of weeks.
Okay, so you're around for a couple of weeks, right? So
yeah, you can be around for a couple of weeks, right, Rich?
We should plan an evening of lamb biryani.
Oh, you know what? You should be cooking the lamb biryani in the next community kitchen.
Well,
Yeah,
the thing
you're
is,
volunteering
it
to
takes
teach us
about
all
4
the time.
hours, so it'll be like a nice long class. I think in the middle, I could do like maybe a juggling act while it's sitting in the oven.
Right, that's a more tricky dish to cook.
I have a solution for that.
Juggle for 2 hours?
You can cook it in like an hour. 45 minutes in a pressure cooker, no?
Yeah, I don't have these fancy devices.
Is that good, Lenny?
Lini, what's the verdict?
It's very good.
Oh, wow.
You like it?
Better than an omelet.
Yeah.
See, guys?
Seems
Richard,
a bit
is
salty,
that
I
your-
thought, like. Isn't it a bit
Is that
salty?
your first time?
Richard, have you had it before? No.
I don't think I have.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man, you've been missing out, Richard.
Oh, hey, Dave.
Hi, Wendy. Hey,
You
Hung, is our house supposed to be all smoky, Hung?
Hey, let's not talk about my barbecue skills and Martha's. That's for another time.
I had to call the fire department. It's very smoky.
Otherwise, I'm going to give you one of these chilies. So we're looking forward to seeing you guys in the summer again.
Yeah, miss you guys.
Yeah, we're excited. What a great class. This was I'm so excited that you were doing this class because I tried to, learn what you were doing when we were in Martha's Vineyard, but it's a lot of little parts and pieces and I didn't have the recipe. So now I have the recipe and I've done enough of it that I feel like I could really do this now.
And you live by Little Saigon, so you can shop for the right flour.
Right, exactly.
You know where, Wendy, where I bought that batter from was in Philadelphia, the Vietnamese store in Philadelphia.
Oh, you went to Little Saigon? You got it when we were in Little Saigon, Philadelphia?
Yeah, that was a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
In Philly, yeah.
I didn't know you were going to have the whole ingredients list and everything on the site when I opened it until just before the class when I opened it. And I was like, oh, so now
Lady,
now I know.
That's cooking for you. You need the ingredients.
Yeah.
Lydie always struggled in school, Hung. She never prepared.
So, have people tried their dipping sauce yet? Is it too spicy? Is it too salty? Is it too limey?
It's perfect.
Hey, Hung, when are you going to open your restaurant?
Yes, we're trying to get him to open a food truck on Martha's Vineyard. Do a food truck, and he won't do it.
Oh my God, my friend Marlo from San Francisco is online. Hey,
I'm in Lake Tahoe, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll show you the view.
Hi. Yes, Marlo.
Lots of snow.
Fun.
Marlon used to work with me in Boston before he left for the West Coast. And I was afraid I was going to get gout as well, like Marlo. You drank so much red wine.
Well, there's medication for that now. So I don't limit my drinking or my eating anymore.
How's everything, Mark?
Tasting delicious.
Doing well. We just bought a place in Tahoe, so we've been coming up here a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, life's been good then, eh?
Yeah. Despite COVID, life's been good.
That's
Nice.
good. Glad to hear. No, Marlo used to be my dining buddy when I was in State Street. We used to eat at all the fanciest places, drinking the fanciest wine at a knockdown price, because we always go to restaurants that have small markup in prices of wine. And then he left. Then he left for San Francisco.
All right.
So Hung, I think this has been a really wonderful class. Do you want to say just like, I don't know, one last plug for your Save the Children cause?
Well, it's a great cause, right? I hope they spend the money wisely.
God.
They'll spend it on wine, Hung.
Were you in Mexico? Is that suntan I see?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes, well, thanks, Zach, for organizing everything. I hope we raise some money for, you know.
Yeah, a lot of donations came through on the Eventbrite. Thank you everyone for your donations. And if you just also went straight to the Save the Children site, that's cool too. I think there's probably a lot of folks who might be new to this community kitchen thing. I hope you'll join us for future ones as well, whether Hung's cooking or we have someone new. Maybe Uday's even going to teach us some lamb biryani. I think Vera might volunteer to teach us abalone.
Vera, you should do the next class.
Yeah, I think so, Vera.
You're like super.
Zach? I'm not ready yet.
So Zach, since people are new here, oops, wait a minute. Since people are new here, can people go on the website and just watch recording of all the past ones?
Yep, that's right. They're all available on the Community Kitchen website, which if you don't have the link, it's just thecommunitykitchen.co. I just posted it in the
Great.
If you're a social media person and you take pictures of your food, throw up a picture of your pancake, your Bánh Xèo, and tag us. It's the.communitykitchen on Instagram, and you can follow us there for more for future events. Sounds like at least Vera is going to be doing something for us, which we're excited about.
Yeah, Vera.
No, maybe when I go back to Boston during the summer, hon, we can do it together.
Yeah, the summer's a long time. I spend my summers Martha's Vineyard now.
No, I joined you there. I can join you there.
And Zach, thank you for all the money you raised for all these good causes and for the fun nights you put together for everyone.
Yeah, great.
Thank you very much, Zach. You're a very decent person. You rewrote everything I sent you, which is great.
No, I also, big shout out to Wendy, who, sorry, she's listed still as Zach Marks on the thing because I invite everyone. But I think this is really cool. We did a latke workshop for Hanukkah, and I think that's how Wendy found out about this. And then she was just like, got to get Hung to do a Vietnamese one. And it's kind of cool how this is just expanding that way. It's like a real community building in a time of need.
And then one of my favorite things is now our place that we go to eat is Philadelphia. And that's been so fun for us. And then to talk to you about our experiences there has been really nice.
That's right. Wasn't your uncle lived like a block away from my parents who are?
Yeah.
Oh, you're the one. So your parents are really near us.
No, but my uncle was. He was. He died in the 90s. But anyways, go there for family business, and we've been eating at Vernick, Food and Wine, and K-Far. Yeah, K-Far. We're trying to get into Zahar. We really want to try that one, but oh my God, just you have the best restaurants. We love going there now for all of them.
Wonderful, great.
And you know what? It tastes really good. It tastes even better when Wendy pays for it.
But I have to tell you, the first time we were driving in Philadelphia and we found Little Saigon, it was like Christmas for Hung. I have never seen him that excited when he saw Little Saigon in Philadelphia. And he had to run into the markets and he had to go buy these drinks he used to have as a child. And it was a great day.
Right, that's right. They had all these dessert type drink, which is, a ton of sugar with coconut milk. Marlo would understand, reminds me of, home, right? And home is not London in this case, but home.
Yeah.
My neighbor across the street, Millie, loves Philadelphia. She lived there for a while, and she goes back now and then. I think she must know somebody still there, and she always tells me how much she loves. We were there for a bit too. I thought it was gorgeous, but we were
really like it.
The restaurant.
I didn't realize how much I liked it, but I do like it.
Yeah, it's a pretty little city.
Yeah.
Zach, we'll be in touch, Zach.
Yeah, well, thank you, everybody. I hope to see you again and have a wonderful long weekend.
Thanks.
Later.
Thank you. Bye.
See you all.